Queen Mary struggles to reconcile her nature as a civilian passenger ship with her duties in the fleet. Enemy spotted. I have full faith in you, Captain. Likewise. I'm glad that battle is over. As am I. I have far better ways I could be spending my time than fighting these beasts. Where were you, though? I didn't really see you much around the bridge during the skirmish. I mean, I was fighting. I'm the Bill, after all. That's what I do. Protect the ship. Why wouldn't I be fighting? I never said you weren't. Just must have had tunnel vision or something. I think the lady doth protest too much. You tell me, where were you during the fight? That must have been it. Don't worry. I won't hold a grudge. Just forget this ever happened. Now, if you excuse me, I have some business to attend to elsewhere. What a Cena, right? She's a little difficult to miss. Hello there, Mary. How are you? Calling me by my name and no title. How familiar are you? Do you think us to be captain? Do you really mind? I suppose as long as it's just the two of us, there's no harm. But if around the queue, especially if I were to have guests on board, I'd expect you to use my full name. I'm sure that can be arranged. Now back to my original question. How are you? I am well. A wonderful weather we're having today. You have a tendency to do that, you know. Whatever do you mean? You have a way of being distant when I'm trying to talk to you. Excuse me, what do you mean by distant? You hardly look at me when we're talking. It's like I hardly know anything about you. I was just hoping to get to know you better. You know, just distant. Would you like me to step closer to you when we talk? That way we would feel more intimate, perhaps? I just want to have a more meaningful conversation with you, Mary. You're the Bill and I'm the captain. We need to learn to trust one another. I suppose that much is true. It's a little difficult for me, but I'll do my best to open up with you. Glad to hear it. For now, we have other things to attend to. Visibility is still not ideal, I see. You have a gift for understatement. You're not pleased, I take it. Oh, I loathe the fog. It's absolutely dreadful. Don't you agree, Captain? Shall I enjoy the fog? It's nice ambience. I do. Fog just gets in the way and makes my job more difficult. At least it's not a storm. I just can't stand thunder. Why can't the skies just stay shimmering blue and while I'm saying with them? I would appreciate that. If this ridiculous fog would take a hint and roll away, we'll be able to move so much faster. If it's really slowing you down that much. Not that much. We can't reach top speed and that's what matters, Captain. If you ask me, fighting Morgana's matters a little more. Lovely, just lovely. If this fog wasn't weighing us down, we could just run from this fight altogether. Why run when we can fight? You ask the most esteemed questions sometimes, you know that, right? Remember, you're speaking to an ocean liner and a warship. Maybe what are you doing? What's with that chart? I'm double checking the ship. I want to make sure everything is in ship shape, as it were. Mary, these aren't guests, they're troops. They won't mind the floor if the floors aren't dusted. First off, floors are mopped, not dusted. Surely you know that much, I hope. Yes, but... Second, guest or guest, it's important to make a good first impression. Guess you have a point. Glad you can see that. It's nice to know my captain isn't too thick in the skull. So, how is the ship looking? Surprisingly, we're looking neat. Of course, there's no competition to my appearance prior to the removal of my furniture, paintings, carpets, and other decorations. This is war, Mary. I know. But yes, we should be ready for our charges when we reach port. Good to hear. And that is not. Chapter 5. We're picking up more troops than I expected, I mean. The number is correct, but seeing all of them in person is something else. I know what you mean. They're like an army of ants, human-sized ants. Sure you have room for everyone? Under normal circumstances we would, but we should have more than enough beds now. But on normal circumstances. I was referring to before you military folks went and filled all my lavish rooms with bunks. I'm still nursing a grudge about that, by the way. I didn't do it personally, it's for the war effort. I know, and I'm happy to help, but it's no excuse for bad taste. But it looks like we have to stop boarding for now. Think we'll ever have luck stopping this horde? It's a horde of military men. They're commanding officers. I'm sure you'll have no issue getting them to follow your orders. Alright, you look okay. You look deep in thought of something. I'm just thinking about my service staff. They'll live in situations with the rest of the troops on board. Your service staff is still on board? Some of them, most of them actually. Chefs, janitors, engineers. Many of them stayed with me when I converted into a military troop transport. They must be pretty loyal to you then. They're like family. But now all these troops on board, I'm worried they won't be as comfortable as they should be. They'll be fine. They knew this was coming. Suppose you're right. It's not like this was a huge surprise. Our charges are only going to grow in number. I need to think more about how to keep my service staff comfortable among the troops. Please leave. Okay, I'll give you space. Keep an eye out for the alarm though. We'll need your help if we run into any Morganas. Yes, Morganas, I heard you. Just leave. Mary! Has anyone seen Mary? Oh, I believe I saw her swimming around the ship. It's practically like a dolphin. She's swimming around the ship? Correction, I was swimming around the ship. I can't let the ship get in better shape than myself. Kidding, you look great. I guess you have a point. I do often compare you to the ship. I say you need to try a little harder. You're looking a little plump. You don't want to talk. Maybe you should think about joining me for a few laps, Captain. Looks like I got out of my swimsuit just in time. One workout after another, huh? These fights do get my heart racing. Right, chapter 8. Captain, these brutish troops of yours are entirely uncultured. First of all, they're not my troops, and secondly, they came out of nowhere. What happened? Bakalum just came up to me and complained about their armaments. Said I didn't have enough boom. Who would say a thing like that to a bell? They have a point. Your weapons will leave something to be desired. That's a little out of line. They should be more polite to their hostess. Exactly. They should be thankful for any weapons. If I had my way, we'd be weaponless. Well, technically you are. I need to give you a refit cap. Make you more of a tank. My firepower may not be significant, but I more than make up for it in speed. Trust me. I know. You don't see me complaining, do you? I'm just no fan of your soldiers, Captain. Would you teach them some manners? They aren't my soldiers. They might as well be. Chapter 9. Alarm. We've got Morgana's headed in this direction. Get ready for a fight, Mary. Do we need to fight? Wouldn't it be easier to run? What are you talking about? Well, my strength is speed, not power. Wouldn't it be more challenging to use my strength? If we don't fight them, who will? Some of the bells, maybe. I don't know. Not every Morgana is our responsibility. Well, it doesn't look like running is an option anymore. Running is always an option, especially when you're as fast as I am. Why are you so intent on speeding away? I am not. Ugh. Just get this over with. Chapter 10. Alright, what are you doing up here? Just remembering the good times, the golden years. This used to be a rather fancy dining room, right? It used to be gorgeous. We had extraordinary events with food and drink, glamorous guests, liveried decorations. I wish you could have seen it. Oh please, all traces of elegance have been stripped away and converted into garnish leather. Don't mind me, Captain, I'm just feeling a little nostalgic for the old days before the war. Oh, the war won't last forever, Mary, and with your help we should be able to end it a little sooner. That's a nice thought. And just in time, Morgana's come to ruin the day. They haven't ruined anything yet, let's make sure they don't. Chapter 11. These are going by pretty quick. Are you okay? No glaring again. What are you talking about? I'm fine. I don't glare. You've been glaring off since the troops came on board. It isn't glaring. I'm just looking at indignant. Look. I'm not glaring. It's just a look of indignation. Mary, you can keep pretending you're fine if you preferred, but I think you would be beneficial if you would tell me what's troubling you. I'm not. I'd rather you not lie to me. I just like my space. I miss it. It's getting a little crowded for me. I understand that. We'll see about finding you some space somewhere on board. But look on the bright side. Thanks to your speed, we're nearly reached our destination. I suppose that's somewhat reassuring. Now that's the smile I wanted to see. What are you talking about? I'm always smiling. I always smile. Except when the alarm goes off. You're right about that. Chapter 12. Alright, is that a bouquet of flowers? I promise they're not imitations, Captain. Imitations, Captain. I can see that. How did you... One of my service staff picked them up for me. She said she wanted to brighten my day and I absolutely love fresh flowers. Want a sniff? You're alright. I'd like these beauties to last as long as possible. So those are your favourite flowers? Should I keep them in mind when I'm buying you gifts? All flowers are beautiful. I'm not sure I have a favourite. Not even least favourite though. I'm not sure Morgana's count as flowers. They're my least favourite everything. Before you look into the mess, I think we should discuss what in the name is all of this. Damn too slow. What have you done? Look at the statue. This dining hall is horrendous. You're right, it's really bad. Glad you agree. There'd be more helpful if you grabbed them up and helped clean it up. You know what? Just never mind. Just do something about those you unruly troops. What do you want me to do? I don't care. But they need an attitude adjustment. Whatever you have to do, do it. That's not great timing. I guess we have to clean this up later. I'm not leaving this dining room until it's spotless. What about the Morganas? Okay, fine. Lead the way. But we're coming right back here after the battle. Captain? I'm here. What's happening? Captain, there's some trouble ahead. What, I thought we were about to reach our destination. We are. That's the trouble. Our destination is being assaulted by Morganas. That's not what I wanted to hear. Well, it's not what I wanted to see. Maybe we should think about circling the block a few times. Why are you so hesitant to engage Morganas? You're a bell, it's what you do. Bells protect their ship and their crew. Rushing headfirst towards death is the opposite of that. We're not going to die. You don't know that. Well, it sounds like they noticed us. Maybe we'll get the chance to prove it to you where we're not going to die. Hope you're right, Captain. Chapter 15. I see you watching the action. Oh, hello, Captain. Look at them go, all running around the ship like it's on fire. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the hooligans did it, set a fire. Glad to see them leave. You don't think there might actually be a fire, do you? No, I was exaggerating, Captain. You don't have to worry about any fires. You should remember, Mary, we're picking up the next batch of troops for transport soon. So don't get too comfortable. You don't need to remind me, trust me. I know I was just letting myself get a moment of satisfaction. I thought this was supposed to... I suppose that's over now. You know, we don't have to pick them up immediately. We have to resupply after all. You know how to make me smile, don't you, Captain? I try. Though we probably should do a quick patrol of the area to scare off any lingering Morganas. And the smile's gone. Chapter 16. Captain, I was hoping to ask you for a favor. Depends on what it is. Nothing big, really. I just wanted to redecorate a little. What do you mean redecorate? I just want to spruce up the place a bit. Make it a little like the good old days. Alright, I'll give you some leeway to make some changes. Just remember, we still need room for all the troops. I've already considered that the recommendations I have in mind will be confined to the walls. That should be fine. Great, just when my mood was lifting. I must have sensed it. Chapter 17. Captain, you wanted to see me? Yes, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I wanted to make sure you heard it from me. If it's about how many troops we're picking up, I'm afraid you can't outtrace the gossip I've heard. It's not that many when you think about it. I know it's a lot. We're not taking them too far. That is a saving grace. We won't have to deal with the crowd for that long. I'm mostly worried about the service staff. I don't want them to feel crushed under the weight of all the troops. They've been fine so far, haven't they? Yes, but I'm concerned they've been putting on a strong front for me. That's because that's what you would do. It's not a front if you truly are strong and sophisticated. Alright, I see you're strong. Let's go on patrol and hunt down some Morganas to prove it. A truly strong person doesn't need to prove their strength. Well, we're going on patrol anyway, so... fine if we must. Chapter 18. This is what you meant by redecorating. Oh, Captain, I didn't notice you there. Oh, you were a little preoccupied with hanging up these paintings. What do you think? It adds a bit too much needed colour. Is there any reason they're all so flowery? You think this is flowery? Ha! This is nothing. Wait till you see my quarters. How many paintings have you hung up around the ship? I finished half the ship. I stopped counting when we neared the triple digits. Triple digits. How much did this cost? Oh, look at that. We've got Morganas to fight. Oh, now you go off running towards the fight. Get back here get back here with an expenses report. Chapter 19. Is that a fashion magazine, Mary? Oh, this I had it picked up for me when we were last at port. I always like to keep up with the latest trends. Oh, interesting. Never took you for a fashion magazine type. And what's that supposed to mean? Oh, nothing. It doesn't mean anything. You seem like the kind of person whose reading materials would have been more literary. I just don't think much of fashion magazines. Not worth my time. You'd be just surprised how many sophisticated people can find worthwhile information in these articles. These magazines are more worldly than you might expect. No, Captain. I think it might be fun to give you a little makeover. You want to give me a makeover? What do you say? I would say we've got more important things to worry about right now. That's such a thing. That's such a you thing to say. Here we are again, filling the ship with troops. I'm already starting to get all itchy. All the walls starting to close. The ship itself could be shrinking. We're on deck. Not much for a metaphor, are you, Captain? Just breathe, everything will be fine. Okay, breathe in, breathe out. Hey, that's actually helping a little. Let's just hurry and get everyone on board. The sooner they're all on board, the sooner we can get them off board. Sounds like a plan. And with you, the trip will fly by. They'll have to disembark before you know it. You're right, the only thing that will slow us down are... You were going to see Morgana's, weren't you? Yeah, obviously. Looking good, Mary. And you're as charming as ever, Captain, thank you. Did you already clean up the mess after lunch? No, actually, these troops seem to be remarkably well behaved. They didn't leave so much as a scrape of fluid on the floor. I don't believe that for a second. They had to have at least some kind of mess. I am as shocked and confused as you are. They left the dining hall exactly as they found it. I get that seems me going to have to start cleaning up after myself as well. Certainly know that I'm bringing more refinement back to the ship. I don't want to seem you don't want to seem out of place. I don't think a few paintings is going to make the ship as grandiose as it used to be. Just you wait and see what I have planned, Captain. You must be surprised. For now, I'd be surprised to see you battling Morganas without putting in an argument first. I always fight Morganas. I know, but you'd rather run. Of course, I'm not crazy. Chapter 22. Mary, I've been meaning to ask you something for a while. Ask away. I'll try to be an open book. Why do you care so much about how the ship looks? This is war. As long as we do our job, it shouldn't matter how we look, right? I wasn't built for this war. I was built for the pleasure and elegance. I understand that this war is important, but I believe that we still have to perceive the matters. Plus, just bring me back to the good old days. Don't you ever look back at the way things were? Sometimes I do miss the peace. I think we all do. They were truly better days. If you want those days back so badly, all the more reason to focus on fighting rather than fashion. You make a good point, but I don't see why we can't have both. That's one reason why. Perhaps the Morganas are angry merely because their outward appearances are so dreadful. I really don't think that's it. Chapter 23. Alarm. Stupid alarm. So abrupt. We need to turn that down or something. Are you sure that's alarm that scared you and not the Morganas? Are you implying something, Captain? Just that the Morganas scared the crap out of you. That's language, Captain. I'm a lady. Oh, wouldn't I find the Morganas fearsome? Well, why would you? I don't want to die. I've only just woken up. I don't want it to end. Well, I don't want that to end too soon. Maybe I'd love to say you won't die, but I'm not sure about that. This is war. People die. But I can say that everyone on board is fighting and putting up their lives on the line for the good of the world. You should too. And I can tell you this as well. As long as I'm your captain, I will do my utmost to protect you. Can we get to the deck? That alarm means the Morganas are coming. It's best to be... This is the best time for a pep talk. I just need to know that you can hear me. I hear you. Good. Here's another fight. Alright, this should be almost the last chapter. Captain, I've made my decision. You were right. I'm going to leave a little more information. I'm right. I'm right about many things. I can't live in fear of these Morganas. I don't want to die, but life is fear and life is and life in fear is no life at all. Okay, that's good. I have a bad feeling that isn't a coincidence, is it? No, it isn't. What did you do, Mary? I'm fighting my fears head on. We're heading straight into the biggest group of Morganas I could find. We're going to defeat each and every one of them. Oh, Kristen, that sounds needlessly dangerous. I think that's the point. Look at me. I'm shaking like a leaf in the storm. We should get ready, Captain. We're rapidly approaching our targets. Okay, but a little more warning next time would be appreciated, Mary. I sure hope there's going to be a next time. Hey, no talking like that. You're alright, we're going to win. I'm not going to die here. Another enemy inbound. Full speed ahead. I should technically be giving these orders, you realize. Oh, Captain, No, it's alright. Full speed. Oh, hello, Captain. Did you need something? No, I just heard some of the officers you were doing some remodeling. Don't go that far. I was just moving the hideous leather they covered my dining hall with. I want to take it out of the staterooms, too. This seems a little too drastic. Okay, but why are you doing this? That's a surprise. Oh, it's a great one. If everything goes as planned, it'll be amazing. I'll give you one little hint. It'll be absolutely glamorous. That's the worst hint I've ever heard. Well, I suppose we have to tear for the rest of these dastardly leather off. Do you really need to? Have you seen it? It's beyond hideous. It's almost as bad as the grey paint job they gave my hull. I kind of like the grey. Oh, hush. So we're going to choose friendship because the only belle I am romancing is Sheffield. Always preoccupied with the strangest things.